Okay, with Julius Corbin, Forever Damned is the short film, plays Chicago Festival, vampire film, a slavery vampire film, I guess, right?
Yes, yes. Slavery Empire, which is all about the parallels of showing freedom in America and how the Americans were fighting for freedom from Europe. And
Yeah.
so it's just showing that diagram and that plight of fighting for freedom.
Using the supernatural and the vampires as an analogy, I guess.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, what is the analogy of having vampires in this kind of plantation, 1700 kind of US era?
Uh, is talking about how when the brothers were fighting for or trying to go for freedom,
Yeah,
trying to escape for freedom, but the vampire is telling them that I'm going to offer you the power of freedom.
there's a price.
And but when you're free, yes, yes, but when you're free as a vampire, you're still shackled to the shadows of slavery. And then that's just showing how black people in America, when we were freed in the 1800s,
Yeah,
that there was still that law that if you're locked up, you become a slave again.
yeah.
So it's just showing the like the history in America, how we're still free, but if anything happens, we'll become slaves to America again.
Yeah.
And
No,
that's for everyone. Yeah,
it's
it's for
fantastic.
everyone.
There's even parallels to today, let's be honest, right?
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And what's interesting about that is that you just kind of made me think about something is that obviously there's been documentations, there's been movies made about the slaves have been freed, you know what I mean? But not afterwards, not like a year later. How are the freed slaves doing a year later? It's not like they can just walk up and get a job and like no problem, right? Like there was a lot of problems. Like it's just the situation wasn't fixed just like that, right?
Correct, correct. And I'm from Virginia, and that's where the film is set in. It's set in Virginia.
Yeah.
And then my mom and other family members are from South Carolina. And just like what you said, a lot of those free slaves, they went to a place called Geechee in the Geechee Islands. And that's where they still have basically their liberation from.
Yeah. No, I think you're onto something. This is a really great. I'm I'm sure you've been asked this before. Is this a proof of concept? Is there a bigger feature film here in this kind of idea?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for asking that.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir. This is this is the proof of concept. This is basically the first 20 minutes of the feature film. Mine is a true trilogy and is really about generational bridging that generational gap and breaking that generational curse. So, yes, sir, to answer your question, this is a concept of a bigger picture.
And you're in Los Angeles now, correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
So it says on Film Freeway this is your first film that you directed. Is that true?
Yes, this is my first film. I'm older than I look. Just to say that I'm older than I look. It took me. It took me. I've been developing this film since 2010.
Oh wow.
So yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, not just the film, the whole trilogy. So everything from the trilogy makes sense from the first page to the last page of the third film. So it took me since 2010 to create this whole world, this whole trilogy. And yeah, it's just a long journey to get here. And I'm so glad that people are able to see my vision and hopefully this vision could go far.
So how did you take the how when the like you finally took the plunge and kind of made this short film? Tell me about the process to get that happen because it seemed I have a feeling you probably wanted to do this for a long time. Why now? Why were you able to do it in the last year?
Oh man. Yeah, like you said, it was a long journey, but I got to say that if it wasn't for sinners, I want to be here. Because sinners basically takes like
The movie Sinners.
a
You're
lot
talking
of
about the
my
Sinners.
beats. Yeah, Yes, yes,
The
sir.
one of
But Ryan
the
Coogler
Coogler
Sinners.
movie, like not sinners in general,
Yeah.
like bad people, but the movie Sinners.
No, no, not people sinners, but
Yeah,
the film Sinners. The film Sinners basically is telling almost like my story, but my story has more to say the least, actually.
yeah,
But my story has more to say. But if it wasn't for Sinners coming up, because I've been pitching this for a long time, and then people just wasn't giving me the time and space, because like you said, oh, this is your first time directing. This might be a little bit too ambitious for you.
yeah.
I was getting a lot of that. So I had to really show people that I'm able to do this. Um, I belong here, and I have more stories to tell. And like I said, if it wasn't for Sinners coming out, I don't think people would have gave me that the
Okay.
funding to get
So
this
you're
done.
not jealous of the film because sometimes you have this, you're working on an idea, and then someone comes along and kind of has a similar idea, but you're not.
Oh no,
You're
it's
okay. Yeah,
no. It's nothing about jealousy. It's just all about I'm just mad at other people for not giving me that time, for not giving
yeah.
me that time. Because if I'll say this, I wrote I wrote the short in 2017, and then I wrote the whole script, the first script in 2020. And then I've been telling people from the jump what I needed to be done. I need to shoot the short so I can get funding for the feature. And then 2025 comes along, and then that's when Center comes, and then that's when but a year before that, that's when everything start to move for my
Yeah.
short film.
So quick segue: did Sinners get screwed at the Oscars? They would have should have won Best Pictures.
No, I think the best picture won.
Okay,
Um,
because it's
yeah, yeah, I
it's
think
still
that
talking about like civil rights as well. That movie as well, right? So the P.T. Anderson
true,
movie.
true, but oh yeah, yeah, the P.T. Anderson movie. I think what that film is talking about is more now. What that
Yeah,
movie is more now. It was more like a a hyper reality for right now. And
yeah,
then Sinners was more of a like you said, it was more like a pet project. It was more like a pet project. It was more from his heart. Um, and then like I said, I think the best film won. Um, Sinners, I think Sinners kind of lost a lot of people. Um, I think if it was I think if it was just with like the civil stuff with the KKK and then with the Irish and Italian mob, I think it
yeah.
would have been a better movie. I think the vampires kind of took it somewhere else.
But you got vampires in yours, right?
Oh yes, yes, but mine it makes sense. With mine it makes sense. It mine makes sense because it's all about the exchange of blood and then how in the Bible how when you take the blood of Jesus and you have like the flesh of his body, eat from it and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and that's what I got from it, and then that's what the whole vampire mythos is all about. It's just the opposite of biblical. It's just the biblical opposite of everything.
Gotcha. 100%. But it's like making a deal with the devil, I guess, right? Like it's like
That's basically it. Yes, sir.
so but at the same time emotionally you can't blame these guys for making that deal, right? So,
Yep. And that's what's so cool about the
yeah.
film. Like what would you do in that position? And that's what the whole film is all about. What would you do in that position? What is your price for freedom? What are you willing to give for freedom?
Yeah. And you acted in the film as well. Are you an actor by trade as well, or?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I played the younger brother.
Yeah.
Directed, wrote it. Yeah, actor, writer, director. I'm trying to be a triple threat out here. Like I said, I'm just trying to show people that I belong. Hopefully the film shows that, and if not, I got more to come.
Yeah, so you got other stories, other ideas?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got other short films. I have other scripts that's ready to go. Like I said, I'm just a storyteller out here, just ready to just share people my plethora my plethora of film ideas.
So I'm on your Instagram page, and it's is that your family? The kids? Those that is that your full family?
Oh, that's my sister and her kids.
That's
Yeah,
your
that's my
sister.
sister and her
So you're
kids.
like you're the uncle.
Yes, yes, and I guess we're here now, but my sister actually is the Miss USA 2017.
Oh, is she?
Yes, sir, Kyra McCullough. Yeah, and now she's yeah. I didn't want to name drop right here, but now
No,
she's
but
married
she's your
to
sister, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Go
Yes,
ahead.
sir. And now, yeah, now she's married to basketball player named Garrett Temple, and that's his kids, not mine.
Then you're the proud uncle, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Well, good for your sister. So then you guys, but then she won. She was Miss Virginia, and then she won Miss USA.
Correct. I believe Miss DC, Miss
Oh,
Washington
okay.
DC, and then yes, and then she
Oh,
won
because you
Miss
said you're
USA.
from Virginia, but yeah, DC, I guess is the same. Yeah, you're close by, right? So you kind of
Yes,
grew up
sir.
in
Yes,
that
sir.
area. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Do you get free basketball tickets?
Uh, I plead the fifth, sir. I plead the
Well, why do
fifth.
you plead the fifth? Is say like is it because I don't even know where to go from there, but but
Oh
that's good,
yeah.
isn't it?
Oh yeah, I do. I do though. Yes.
What team does he play for?
Right now he plays for the Raptors, and I believe they're number three. Number three.
They played like so I live in Toronto, right? So I just wanted
Oh
to
wow. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Yeah, they're number three right now, right?
the number three. What do you mean number three?
Oh, number three in the East. Number three in the
No,
East.
they're
I'm
fifth.
sorry.
They're fifth as we're doing this podcast. They're fifth.
Fifth. Okay. My fault. My fault.
But
Yes, sir.
they're one of those teams that they're in the gray. I was just talking about it today with my son. They're in the gray area where they can't they can't beat the good teams, but they can beat the bad
Yes.
teams. They're like right in that kind of bad area, right? Where like and we need a couple more pieces to kind of fill
Yeah.
up the yeah to fill it up. Good for him. So does your
Yeah.
daughter does your sister
I'll
live
say
in
like a yeah. I'll say.
does she live in Toronto or?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. The whole family's up there right now.
That's amazing. God, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, Garrett Temple, yeah. So then she's married to him, and yeah, so he's kind of at the later stages, I guess, of his career, right? Is it fair to say?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, he wants a ring.
I mean, yeah. That's the goal, sir. That's the goal.
Yeah. All right, let's go
That's the
back to you.
goal.
So is
Okay.
your sister gonna act as well? Like she seems to be, she's got screen presence for sure.
Oh, I don't. I really don't know. I really don't know. She's just been busy, just being a mom. I really don't know what her next steps are in life.
Gotcha. Well, it's like if you go like well, I'm gonna get to your film. Just one last segue. If you look at your brother-in-law's career, it's a journeyman's career. He's got a
Yep.
book to write. He's played for like what? Houston, Sacramento. He's played for like ABA. He played for the Milwaukee, Charlotte Bobcats, Washington
DC.
Wizards,
Yep.
Sacramento, Memphis, the Clippers, the Nets, the Bulls, New Orleans, and now the Raptors. That's a
Yep.
hell of a career.
Yeah. And that just shows everything about him. It shows like his personality around the league that people want him around the organization.
Yeah, and he was undrafted. Like what undrafted player is playing in the NBA now, right? Like it's usually you have to get
Correct.
drafted.
And that long too.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like okay, so then you got that good karma on your family, right? So and your
Yes,
sister.
sir.
And what does your sister think about your acting and your kind of directing progress with this film?
Oh, she loves it. If you look at the credits, she's one of the producers. Um, the location actually is my brother-in-law's house, not her husband, but her sis. I don't know how to even say this.
Yeah.
It's her sister-in-law's brother-in-law's house. So yeah, so that land that we
Sister-in-law's, so that's her brother, that's her husband's sister. And then on
her
her side of the family,
her husband's brother's,
yeah, gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
husband's
I see
brother's
the, I see the
wife.
connection.
Yeah,
So that's good
yeah,
though.
yeah.
So you're like three times removed, I guess.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you about the location because the location's Creek, like Keek, right? It's a period piece, some
Hmm.
very sensitive filming that's happening, right? You don't want to bring this like have this in the middle of Los Angeles, right? This is kind of like crazy kind of film. So where like so that's where you got the location. So I'm assuming that in order to set up the film, location was key, I guess.
Oh, that was like one of the number one. I'll say that was the number one thing. And yeah, we shot down there in Louisiana for 3 days, and it was a dream. It was just a dream.
It was, and so in terms of like get a huge cast. So where did you find the rest of your cast?
Um, backstage,
Okay,
backstage. Yes, sir.
yeah, and you did the whole casting. Everybody was comfortable with everything.
Oh yes, did the whole casting on backstage. Everybody was basically local. I think the furthest person out uh was Georgia, was Atlanta, Georgia, and that was the person who played my brother. But everybody else was basically local, and then I believe Texas.
And then and the dare I say the white characters were okay with the racist overtones of their characters.
Oh, trust me, man. We everybody became family. Everybody became family on the set. And if you really like, if you really look at the film, I didn't put any harsh language in the film. Everything is basically just self-explanatory. When they say like that animal there is lazy, rush here, boy, or stuff like that. I didn't put the N word on it. If you like I said, if you watch the film once again, you'll see that there's really no harsh language in it. It's just more like character. It's character motivated.
God, yeah, it is. It's really great. And so in terms of the rounding out your crew, like your DP is important, I guess. Let's say to say the least. Where did you how did you find the rest of your crew to kind of help you out with your film?
The DP is one of my friends out here in Los Angeles that I knew, and he was like big key on this. He was the one who basically did all the setups. He was the one who got in contact with all the cast members and all that. He was doing like triple double duty, double triple quadruple duty on this project. Yeah, just a friend out here in Los Angeles. Uh, he got the whole job done. And then the whole crew was basically through him. I did the casting. Uh, yeah, it was just a group project right here.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And in terms so how many days did you shoot it? How many days was the shoot?
Oh, 3 days, 3 day shoot, and I believe we were just there for like five, five, 5 or 4 days all together, just to set up and break down.
And so were you like so after the 3 days, you said it was like a big family, you guys got it done. Are you happy? First time director, you wrapped up your production. Are you like what how are you feeling? Are you feeling okay? Like what's your perspective?
Um, yeah, feeling good about everything. I just wish that I had just more time to like basically slow down and just look at everything.
Yeah.
But we were on we was on a time which is, man, everything was just time was money. Time was money. So we had to move because we was on someone else's property,
Yeah.
basically like on everybody else's thing, but this was like someone else's house. So and this was on the weekend, so we had to make sure everything was done by Monday.
Yeah.
So, but to answer your question, I'm very happy with it, and I'm just happy that everybody sees and understands the vision that I'm trying to show and share to the audience.
And then tell us about post-production. Are you did you edit the film yourself?
Oh no, I got like a well. Yes and no. Yes and no. I was just there just giving my critique on it, but had a good team, a good dual, dynamic dual, uh, working on the edits. It was a brother and a brother-in-law working on the edits. So like I said, it was just a whole family event on this thing. From 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 the wires to the house boards, like everybody was working their task. Yeah, but the editing process was like it was just fun putting that puzzle piece, that
Yeah,
jigsaw together, and finding like the right sound effects. Man, everything was just fun. Everything was fun about this whole thing.
because you can't like you're never going to get exactly what you want as a filmmaker, right? When you're shooting. So, but
True, true.
yeah,
But I came damn close. I came
that's
damn
so
close,
good.
man.
That's so good. So you're happy with the experience.
Oh yes, yes. Like I said, it was a dream. This was something that I've been working on like half my life. This is like no, not half. This is basically my whole life right here. I've been wanting to get into that director's chair, get in front of the camera,
Yeah,
to write something, and then to see that that materialize in real life is just a blessing.
yeah, that's great. And so, and let's go back to like to the beginning. Do you remember when you kind of came up with this idea, when this idea spawned for you for this? Because now it's done, right? Now I know you want to do a feature, but you got this short film done. When was the
Mhm.
first kind of moment? Do you remember when you had this idea?
Oh yes, for the film. Um, this is when I was at my sister's house in Washington State. I was at my sister's house in Washington State, and and I went to go buy Interview with the Vampire, and I bought it. I basically bought it for my niece, but I bought it for myself. But I bought it for my niece, and when we was looking at it, and I looked at my niece. I was like, "Hey, what if we made our own vampire flick?" And then she was like, "Oh, that would be cool." So everything started right there in 2010, and then from then it just start turning. It just start turning. And then we was in Virginia in 2012. Uh, I was looking out. We went on a boat trip with my dad, and then on the banks of the river, there was like this boat out there in the river. And
Yeah,
then this boat was desolate. It was damaged. It was broken down on the side. And then once again, my niece was right there. And I looked at my niece. I said, "Wait a minute. What if what if the character Joseph?" And this is like way later in the story. I said, "What if the character? What if he has a boat and his boat is his coffin?" And she
yeah.
says, "Oh my gosh!" And then from then the whole story to start to come together. Everything started to come together. And then I'm from Virginia also. And then the story of Nat Turner really inspired the story.
Oh yeah,
Oh, not the story of
yeah.
Nat Turner, the life of Nat Turner really inspired the story.
That makes total sense. Yeah,
Hmm.
so like I said, I think you're on to something. So now you're doing the festival. I see you did some screenings in LA as well, right? So you're kind of on your way, right?
Oh man, I hope so. I hope I've been down here. I've been down here for so long. So hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully, yeah, hopefully, sky's the limit.
And I see that your sister was one of the producers of the film as well.
Correct, correct.
Yeah, so she believes in you as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Like I said, this I've been working on this since 2010, and this is a true trilogy, and it's about generation. It's just all about generation, bridging that generational gap and breaking that generational curse.
So you what the next stage I guess you're looking to get you gotta get like to turn this into a feature? That's the next step.
Oh, yes, sir. That is the main goal. Yeah, that's the main goal.
Yeah.
Because like I said, this is a true trilogy. And then if I put this on producers, studio heads desk and said this is the true trilogy, you saw what happened with Sinners,
Yeah.
and Sinners was a big hit. And as you can see, this is there's an audience for it, and there's a yearning for it now. And mine, not, yeah, I know a lot of people say it. I know a lot of people say that they got the next big thing, but I've been saying it since 2010.
Yeah. No, there's like there's almost been like Hollywood's an interesting industry, right? So, but I think we
Hmm.
need stories like more stories like this because I think that what I'm seeing as a trend in my where I sit is that there's definitely a trend of kind of using sci-fi and kind of supernatural, kind of even horror, you could dare I say, as kind of allegories to good storytelling, right? So you're telling a serious story, but you're kind of using the tropes of these genres kind of to tell the story. And I think that's what's happening, right?
Correct, correct. That is 100%. You nail on the head right there, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. And then that was, and I'm so glad that these stories were like told before me, because I'm just basically just to piggyback, just to stand on the shoulders of giants and able to tell this story. And like I said, I'm just so grateful just to tell this story and to share it with people. And then people are seeing it for what it is. And then, like I said, it just got more to say. Just got more to say.
cool. All right. Well, congratulations on the film success. I'm totally into it and I think it's a great idea. And let's just be honest here too. Like we need more black stories as well, right? Not not dumb comedies, like not dumb black comedies. Like that's my subjective opinion. We need more serious kind of like stories about history and stories about what this is all about too as well. Right? I can say it maybe, but basically, I think that we need more of that as well. So,
And yes, sir. And then to piggyback what you're saying, this is more than just a black story. And as you can see with the film, is based in set in 1776 when the Declaration of Independence was signed. And and I think there's a reason why this film is coming out now, because this is the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence of America
yeah,
and the birthday of America. And then this is what the story is about. And then it's not just about fighting for freedom for like the slaves. Like I said before, is about the Americans fighting for freedoms from Europe, from England. And
sure.
as you can see now, and when you see like the whole film for what it is basically just talking about now. We go from 1776 to present time. And what present time is showing us, it doesn't matter if you're black, if you're white, if you're red, if you're purple. The only color that matters is green. The only color that matters is green, baby. Green, baby.
Maybe you're right, but I hope it's not true. But I'm more of an idealist than you are probably. But it's and you know what I mean. Like I think there's like it's just it's there's kind of a sad state of affairs, right? Because it is a Americans like these days they want to like they don't want to embrace their failures, which
Hmm.
I think the allegory to now is that we all make mistakes. We're all human, right? And we're all I'm not giving anybody a pass, but basically how we learn and how we evolved is saying, you know what, we did wrong here, we fucked up, right? And not and saying that like that this didn't happen and kind of like scale it like brushing over it, right? You know you hear some of these politicians probably you know what I mean, like there's blatant racism that's happening with people in high powers, right? So, and you got 250 years coming up, and I hope that you know there's going to be a lot glossed over, right? Within the higher administrations, you know, Florida governor, you know what I mean? Like, let's come on, like. I'm saying it, not you, right? So, but hopefully everything will be like this is why storytelling is there forever, and that's why we need great stories like this. That's my point I'm trying to make.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Let's talk again when this is getting made into a feature or keep making stories, keep directing, keep learning your craft, just keep getting out there. You know what I mean? You got this big story here, but kind of like my suggestion to you is just keep kind of directing, keep finding who you are, right? As an artist.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's talk again
Thank
soon.
you. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Mr.